I'm Rancho Palos Verdes City Manager R. Mihranian with exciting highlights from the special Reorganization City Council meeting held on December 11th. The City Council has sworn in 2 new council members and named Dave Bradley as the next mayor of Rancho Palos Verdes and Paul Seo as Mayor Pro Tem. During the council's annual changing of the guard ceremony, 2-term council members John Cruikshank and Eric Alegria officially stepped down after 7 years of service. Former RPV Planning Commissioner Steve Perestam and Finance Committee member George Lewis were elected to fill the seats vacated by outgoing Mayor Cruikshank and Mayor Pro Tem Alegria. The community came out to thank both John and Eric for their dedication and service. 2 tribute videos were played in their honor, and here's a look at their tributes.
So good morning, everyone. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Mayor John Cruikshank.
Today we honor Mayor John Cruikshank for his 7 years of dedicated service on the Rancho Palos Verdes City Council. With his USC fight-on spirit, he led RPV through the most difficult times in the city's history. He was mayor when the 2020 COVID crisis hit, and mayor again during the ongoing landslide crisis that has wreaked havoc in our city. During the pandemic, the mayor managed the closure and reopening of City Hall and parks, held the first hybrid city council meeting in the South Bay, supported local businesses with fee waivers, and kept the community connected, hand-delivering meals to first responders and residents. Always advocating for RPV, Mayor Cruikshank went full force, tackling the landslide state of emergency that began in 2023 due to unprecedented land movement with record rains. He pursued public and private assistance and a state of emergency declaration from the governor. He held numerous meetings, town halls, press conferences, giving landslide tours to county, state, and federal leaders, seeking help and securing a $42 million government buyout program for impacted homeowners. Under his leadership, dewatering wells were recently installed and have helped slow the landslide that has left hundreds of residents without utilities, destroyed homes, roads, trails, and the historic Wayfarers Chapel. Through these historic times, Mayor Cruikshank has championed some of RPV's greatest moments that included the grand reopening of Ladera Linda Community Park this year. The park has become a resource for neighbors impacted by the landslide and a beautiful place for all to enjoy. The mayor has reached many milestones, bringing his invaluable civil engineering background every step of the way. He facilitated meetings with engineering firms to help remediate land movement. He pushed forward critical infrastructure projects, including Phase 1 of the Civic Center Master Plan, Western Avenue Improvements and Storefront Grant Program, and Pano AI wildfire detection cameras to protect the entire peninsula. The mayor supported additional public safety resources and increasing sheriff's patrols in landslide-affected neighborhoods. This year, the city's housing element received state approval, and a balanced budget was passed during all 7 years of his tenure. The mayor advocated use of native plants and fuel modification efforts in the preserve and open spaces. Over the years, the mayor has helped make our city safer, stronger, more sustainable, always pushing for local control. He's been an innovative problem solver, listening to residents, working with staff, representing RPV on boards and regional committees, including chairing the South Bay City's Council of Governments. As for his greatest days in government, the mayor celebrated RPV's 50th anniversary and first drone show, signed the Sisters City Agreement with Sakura City, Japan, honored hundreds of citizens, won every pie eating contest except for one, crossed the Run for Miles finish line twice, and for the first time barreled through the snow at the city's tree lighting ceremony just held on December 6th. Now on December 11th, Mayor Cruikshank finishes his 2-term run on the city council, and we look back to the day he was first sworn into office 7 years ago to remember why he wanted to serve.
Here's my political inspiration. My mom, Jan, she still lives in El Segundo where I grew up, and she was on the school board for 9 years when I was growing up and Sean's age, so she was my inspiration. So I love you, Mom. Thank you.
We thank Mayor John Cruikshank and his family for years of dedication, hard work, extraordinary public service, and an unwavering commitment to RPV. Fight on.
When you look up the word service, it says the action of helping or doing work for someone. That definition would describe Councilman Eric Alegria. For the past 7 years, Eric has served his beloved community of Rancho Palos Verdes as councilman and mayor. There were many challenges along his journey, but there were two constants in his life: his family and his community. And Eric sometimes combined the two when he participated with his family at many events like Whale of a Day, our Sister City celebration, and the 4th of July. We have watched Eric's children grow up, and who knows, they might just follow in his footsteps. Young people have always been a driving force for Alegria. Along the way, Eric created the first ever Youth Advisory Committee along with Councilman Paul Seo. When there was a need to tackle issues for our teens, Eric reached out to local leaders from all 4 cities to participate in a PSA which focused on mental health issues for our young people. He also officiated the grand opening of the Gatekeepers on Western Avenue. And speaking of Western Avenue, Alegria served on the subcommittee that initiated the completion of the first stage of the Western Avenue Beautification and Rebranding Project. As mayor, Alegria facilitated the first anniversary celebration at City Hall as a sister city with Sakura City, Japan, which included the unveiling of the Sakura City sign at the Kendida Civic Center. Eric also hosted the Mayor's Luncheon. Alegria also served on the Public Facilities Subcommittee with Mayor John Cruikshank, which led to the grand opening of the Ladera Linda Center, as well as the completion of Phase 1 of the Civic Center's master plan. Over his time on council, we all learned how the community helped each other during a pandemic. As mayor, during this time he worked tirelessly to reopen the city and help local businesses. Eric reached out to make sure that our first responders were also taken care of and appreciated. There were many issues that Eric has been a part of, including being an advocate on the e-bike ordinance, the no smoking ordinance on multiple family units, and initiated the plastic waste ordinance. Alegria also formed a partnership with Alcove as a part of the Beach City's Health District. Alegria also introduced using a 10-year financial model during the budget process. Eric was also supportive of the city's Leadership Academy, where residents came to learn more about their city, Rancho Palos Verdes. Alegria also took part in a piece of the city's great history with the unveiling of a monument for the Gabrielino Tongva Native Americans. Alegria said it was important to recognize the people who came before us and cultivated this great land. During the holiday season, Alegria began a new annual event, which is the city's annual tree lighting. There were many summer concerts in the park too that have always been a big hit. Alegria made contributions that will continue, including the creation of the city's first ever public safety division, which will roll out in 2025. And Eric is not done yet. His service will continue on the Palos Verdes School Board, where he will serve the needs of students in our community. Thank you, Eric. You will always be a part of the RPV family. Although we're not quite sure how you got out of that pie eating contest. Fight on, my friend.
We can't thank council members Alegria and Cruikshank enough for their service. We're also grateful to work with the next city council and 2 new council members who shared their vision for the city.
Hi, I'm Steve Perestam, and I was just sworn in a few minutes ago to be the new council member to the city of Rancho Palos Verdes. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm basking a little bit in the festivities of tonight. We have big shoes to fill with the mayor and the Mayor Pro Tem's departure and their term and legacy. But they were role models for us. And I'm looking forward to getting to work and picking up the ball from where they've handed off to us and working and be a part with my colleagues of moving the city forward. We got a lot to do, and I'm looking forward to it. And thank you very much for your support.
Hi, everybody. George Lewis, sworn in as a new city council member. Really looking forward to working this year. We've been through a really tough 2024. As I said a minute ago, there's tens of thousands of municipalities in this country, and we're the one with the landslides. So that's really a tough job, but we're moving into a new year, and there's going to be good things ahead for the city. We've heard the other council members talk about the initiatives we're all going to work on, getting wireless service improved, getting a civic center moving, and of course continuing to remediate the landslide. So I'm looking forward to a great 2025 for Rancho Palos Verdes.
Hi, this is Mayor Dave Bradley. Just was re-elected mayor for RPV. I'm super excited to be back leading the city again. Big shoes to fill coming in after Mayor John Cruikshank for all that he's done and what Mayor Pro Tem Alegria had done. But it's really exciting to be coming in at the end of 2024, leading into 2025. The city, we have some tough challenges, Portuguese Bend, working with the Coast Guard, figuring out how to make sure that we have good cell phone coverage throughout the city, and our housing element. But all of those type of things I think are well within our capability to solve, and we're going to be working really hard to work on all of those things this year. It's an exciting time. Glad to be back in the center's chair, and I can't wait to get to work starting next week.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Seo. I just got sworn in as the Mayor Pro Tem. I'm excited and looking forward to 2025. I want to get through the cell phone issues and put up small wireless facilities so we improve coverage. We try to get resources for our landslide so we can finally solve the problem and make sure that public safety increases in the city for all the residents coming forward in this new year. Thank you very much.
I'm Barbara Ferraro, councilwoman in the city of Rancho Palos Verdes. And tonight we had a changing of the guard. We had to say goodbye to Mayor Cruikshank, and we had to say goodbye to Mayor Pro Tem Eric Alegria. And we got two new council members, George Lewis and Steve Perestam. And it's going to be a good year. We elected Dave as mayor, and we're going to hopefully get a lot done this year. Like we've done in the past, we're working on the landslide. We're hoping for not too much rain if we can do it, but it's going to be a good year.
Congratulations to our new council members and the entire city council. We look forward to a great new year. You can watch the entire reorganization ceremony on RPVtv, YouTube, and the city's website at rpvca.gov. Happy holidays and happy new year, everyone. And remember, we are RPV together.